Well, dear students, today our discussion will hover around a very famous short story, The Last Leaf by O. Henry. First of all, I will tell you in brief about the writer O. Henry, and then I will tell you the summary of the short story, The Last Leaf. William Sidney Porter, aka O. Henry, was born in 1862 at Greensboro, North Carolina, and died in New York in 1910. He was a famous American short story writer. He lost his doctor father early in his childhood and brought and taught by his aunt. In 1882, he moved to Texas, where he did many minor jobs and later worked as a teller in a bank in Austin. He began making sketches and married Ethel Estes in 1887. In 1894, he started a humorous weekly, The Rolling Stone. In 1896, he was charged with embezzlement of funds in the bank and was sent to jail. After releasing from jail, he became O. Henry. He went to New York and wrote short story a week for the magazine New York World. His first short story collection, Cabbages and Kings, was published in 1904, depicting fantastic characters with Honduran background. His oeuvre includes many short story collections as The Fourth Million in 1906, The Trimmed Lamp 1907, The Voice of the City 1908, Roads of Destiny 1909, and Whirligigs 1910, etc. O. Henry perfected the anecdotal type of short fiction, exploring lives of the people of New York and Texas in their mundane daily living full of romance and adventure. He was a great short story writer who exuded shock, suspense, compassion, kindness, humor, and irony in his works. The Last Leaf is a very famous short story taken from his collection The Trimmed Lamp. It is a story of two young amateur girl artists, Johnsy and Sue, who live at a rented house in Greenwich Village in New York. Johnsy, a poor girl, falls seriously ill with pneumonia. She thinks that when the last leaf will shed from the ivy tree on the wall, she will die. Their old artist neighbor Behrman plays a trick to paint a leaf on the wall to save her life. Johnsy recovers from illness, but old Behrman falls prey to pneumonia, and after painting the leaf on the wall, he dies. Summary of the short story. The Last Leaf is a very famous short story by O. Henry, taken from his collection The Trimmed Lamp and Other Stories, published in 1907. The setting is of Greenwich Village in New York City. The three principal characters are artist Sue, Johnsy, and old Behrman. All the three are committed artists. Sue is devoted to a piece. Behrman too is committed to a work on an unfinished dreamy masterpiece. Johnsy too is committed to her art, but she loses heart when falls ill. The story revolves around two young artists, Sue and Johnsy, who become friends at a restaurant and rent a studio on the third story of an old brick house. Sue was from Maine and Johnsy was from California. After some months in November, the area is grappled by the disease pneumonia. Johnsy becomes the victim of the disease and falls seriously ill. She becomes hopeless about her survival. The doctor advises her to be positive in thinking, or else medicines will not show its effect fully. Sue, a true friend, tries her to be positive and take interest in things present around her. Sue's advice for her is of no use, and she, lying still on bed, looks at an ivy plant shedding leaves on the wall of the next brick house through window. She thinks that she will die when the last leaf of the ivy plant falls. She persuades her not to be foolish, to compare her life with the last life on plant. She keeps on counting the falling leaves daily. Sue tells all the matter to their downstairs neighbor Behrman, an old artist. Behrman comes in Johnsy's room and looks at the last leaf on the creeper which is about to fall. He returns to his room and plays a trick to paint a similar leaf on the wall to save her life, but he did it facing icy cold and heavy rains, catches pneumonia, and eventually dies. Next morning, Sue sees last leaf still sticking to the wall, becomes hopeful for Johnsy's recovery. Johnsy soon recovers from the disease and is informed by Sue that Behrman died of pneumonia painting the last leaf on the wall. Thus, Behrman, who couldn't paint his masterpiece in real life, did it, saving Johnsy's life and sacrificing his own life. Thus, the story ends telling the strength of belief and hope. Thank you, and thank you very much.